Now, today is one of those crazy days that when you leave here, emotionally, you're going to be like this. Logically, you're going to be like this because there's certain things that are said today that I'm going to be fair. Psychologically, I just don't understand. But let's get to it. Judge Subramani, I see you burn the midnight oil over the weekend. What about the DNA questions? AUSA. Investigator Jimenez, knowledge of his is extremely limited. Judge. But didn't he ask the serologist if any DNA test was done? AUSA. But not the results. AUSA. Yes, there was a partial profile from a glass bottle in the car, but Investigator Jimenez does not know what that means. But there, Judge. You don't object to the report coming in, only what Mr. Agnifilo will ask? AUSA. We do object to the report coming in, comes Agnifilo. He got the results back. If the DNA came back with Sean Combs' DNA, this investigation would have gone in a different direction, but it was consistent with a female contributor, Judge. So it's not whether the result was accurate, only the impact. Judge, I'm going to overrule the objection, but I'll hear you at sidebar after the direct AUSA. The DNA issue can mislead the jury. Agnifilo, we could prove this up through the serologist. This is fair game for this witness. Judge, for now, the objection is overruled. Judge, what about the summary charge? When are they being offered? AUSA, some early next week. Others along with our second to last witness before we rest our case. Judge, bring in bank and phone records and text is okay, but some text threads are already in. AUSA, the summary charts will save time, as they did in the ex-Senator Bob Mendez case. Okay. And I guess he wrote a book on that. Yeah, hey, man, the inner city press be getting it in. Judge, that leaves us with the objection to Dr. Hughes. Is the U.S. going to respond? AUSA, yes. Judge, submit your response by tomorrow. The objection. So, Shapiro filed to exclude Dr. Hughes' testimony as a Rorschach ink blot. The prosecutors could use 8-page filing here. We're not getting on that because don't nobody care. Now, as to Mr. Mescuddy's testimony, which seemed like an opinion, how was it admissible given the requirements for Rule 701? AUSA, we like to look at the cases submitted by the defendant, then put in a letter. Judge, okay. Bring in the jury. Jury enter. Judge, welcome back. Call your next witness. AUSA, the government calls Capricorn Clark. Where did you grow up? Capricorn Clark. Born in San Francisco, moved to LA, worked with Def Jam, then Death Row Records, a late 90s gangster rap label. AUSA, what was your relation to Suge Knight? Capricorn Clark, he is the father of my friend's child. AUSA, then you worked for Sean Combs? Capricorn Clark, yes. He is over there in a blue sweater. I worked with him from 2004 to 2012. AUSA, were you kidnapped? Capricorn Clark, yes. AUSA, when did you first meet Mr. Combs? Capricorn Clark, when I moved to NYC in 2002. We were super platonic friends. A headhunter said I should work for him as a personal assistant. I did until 2006. AUSA, your duties? Capricorn Clark, shot on him from Wake Up. AUSA, then what? Capricorn Clark, head of women's for Sean John. AUSA, how long? Capricorn Clark, we can just call it CC. I think that's cool. CC, a year. Then global brand director for Sean Combs. Name and likeness, due diligence to grow the brand. Then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassandra Ventura. AUSA, did you work in this building? Photo of Bad Boy Records office. CC, yes. We moved there in 2005. AUSA, your first day, where did Mr. Combs take you? CC, Central Park, after dark, along with Uncle Paulie. He looked like a linebacker. AUSA, does this photo look like him? CC, no. He doesn't have on the blackout shades he wore all the time. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs tell you in the park? CC, and since I'd worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill me. Objection. Judge, overruled, proceed. AUSA, how did you take it? CC, seriously. It had gravitas. AUSA, how did you react? CC, I said, I didn't have anything to do with that stuff. Objection. Judge, sustained. Ms. Steiner, AUSA, what was Paulie's role? CC. All aspects of Mr. Combs' movements to keep him safe. There was also D-Rock, Roger Bonds, and Ruben. AUSA. Who is D-Rock? CC. A good friend of Biggie Smalls. Running back type body. AUSA. Did you ever observe Mr. Combs with a gun? CC. Yes, in my home. AUSA. And what did he talk about? CC. He, Mr. Combs, told Chris Lighty he had a gun. He had a problem with 50 Cent. AUSA. Were you ever accused of stealing? CC. Yes, jury. It had been given to me. It was on loan. AUSA. It went missing? CC. Yes. AUSA. What did you do? CC. From Teterboro, I called 1440 and told them to lock it down. AUSA. What did Uncle Paulie do? CC. He questioned me 3 hours. AUSA. You at home? CC. To Queens? Yes, with Uncle Paulie. He searched my house. AUSA. Where did Uncle Paulie take you? CC. 1710 Broadway. It was dilapidated. It was being fixed up. But I didn't know that. Uncle Paulie took me to the 6th floor. The door was locked behind us. There was a 6-foot folding table and a heavy-set man. AUSA. Can you describe him? CC. 5 of me, 2 linebackers. He was chain smoking. AUSA. Did Uncle Paulie stay? No. Intermittently, he came back. AUSA. What did the heavy-set man say? CC. I was there to take a lie detector test. AUSA. What did he say would happen if you failed the lie detector test? CC. That they would throw me in the East River. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Can we have a sidebar? Sidebar. Sidebar ongoing. Judge. Ms. Steiner, you may proceed. AUSA. What was his demeanor? CC. Very serious. I was terrified. AUSA. Did you want to be taking the test? CC. No, I was afraid. AUSA. How was the rest? CC. Wires on you and they question you. Did I steal? AUSA. Did he tell you the results? CC. He said to calm down, that he couldn't get a good reading and he might have to throw me in the East River. AUSA. Anyone else in the building? CC. Not to my knowledge. AUSA. Could you leave? CC. No. Paul said no. AUSA. What did Paul say at the end? CC. That he'd come back the next day to figure it out. We started again, another lie detector test in the same location all day. AUSA. Were you free to leave? CC. No. AUSA. How long did this go on? CC. 5 days. God damn. AUSA. Did you tell anyone where you were? CC. No. I was just trying to survive it. I worked under an NDA. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Judge. Sustained. Jury should disregard that last answer. AUSA. What would have you been doing? CC. Shadowing Mr. Combs. AUSA. What happened after 5 days? CC. That I could return to work. That Mr. Combs would see me the next week. AUSA. Did Mr. Combs ever discuss it with you? CC. No. AUSA. Why did you continue to work with Mr. Combs? CC. If I left, they think I stole. AUSA. What were your days like? CC. From his townhouse at 74th Street and Park in the morning to Diddy's house studio at night. AUSA. How much sleep did you get? CC. On a good day, 4 hours. On a bad day, 2. I got a stress condition. I was paid $55,000. AUSA. Did you get paid overtime? CC. No. I spoke to the head of HR. She said I was owed $80,000. AUSA. How did Mr. Combs respond? CC. He ripped up the paper. AUSA. Would Mr. Combs stay at hotels? CC. Yes. AUSA. With whom? CC. Kim Porter. Once a week. AUSA. What names would he book rooms under? CC. Frank Black, Frank White. AUSA. And the girlfriends? CC. Jackie Star. AUSA. Where did he stay? CC. Intercontinental Buckhead in Atlanta. Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. AUSA. What were in his bags? CC. A camera, small bottles of baby oil and lube. Cameras every time. AUSA. What would you be doing? CC. Watch your TV. Order room service. Keep up on sleep. Afterward, I'd sweep the room for anything left behind. AUSA, any damage? CC, baby oil. AUSA, how frequently would Mr. Combs stay in a hotel with Cassandra Ventura in 2008? CC, like once a week. At Hermitage, I don't know. The London, Intercontinental for several days. The Four Drips. AUSA, did he speak to you about his relationship with Miss Ventura? CC, yes. Miss London was there. Chef Jordan in the other room. He called Cassie over. Asked her to walk there, hand me that, go back in the other room. She did it. AUSA, what did he say? CC, you bitches won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. So yeah, y'all just did all that shit about Lauren London, and yeah, come on, bruh. I don't know how this just happened. What the fuck is going on? AUSA, what did you say? CC, you motherfucking right. AUSA, did you observe Mr. Combs obtain drugs? CC, a girlfriend in New York and LA. One stop, Molly, ecstasy, delivered to Puff or to me. AUSA, did he ask you to get drugs for him? CC, yes, ecstasy. AUSA, in the south of France. CC, he asked me to get cocaine. I said, for who? AUSA, why? CC, I wasn't going to do it, given how my mother died. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Sidebar. Sidebar ongoing. They're back. Who did Mr. Combs say the drugs were for? CC, he said, not me. AUSA, did you get them? CC, yes, through the Spanish security guard. He also get prescription drugs in my name. They were in the toiletry bag I'd carry, or security. AUSA, what about bulk cash? CC, yes, 100,000 euro. Coming back from Europe. AUSA, where'd he get it? CC, club bookings in Europe. He keep it, then give it to security, then in his bedroom personnel safe. Violence? Was Mr. Combs violent with you? CC, yes, at Star Island. He told me you are not to leave this house. Pharrell Williams was brought in by boat. I returned. Mr. Walker to Palm Island. He called and said, where the fuck are you? You can't have a life. CC, one time I asked the chef if there was any turkey bacon. She said, no fucking turkey bacon. I said, I hate it here. The chef told Mr. Combs, and he pushed me again and again. AUSA. What did he say? CC, he said, if you hate it here, get the fuck out of here. Whoa. So that kind of just let you know you could have left. Did you leave your unemployment? I did. So that, okay, let me just keep reading. I'm sorry. CC, I did. AUSA, but you returned? CC, as global brand director. AUSA, why? CC, he was impressed by what I did in the job I left for. A couple of albums. He said, you wouldn't have to work directly for me. AUSA, what were you doing for Miss Ventura? CC, managing her image, maximize the optics for Sean Combs. He had the final approval on everything. AUSA, in LA, where did you live? CC, a gated community. We have followed Kim Porter there. AUSA, where was Miss Ventura? CC, in New York City on West End. She would come to LA and stay with him or with me or in a hotel. AUSA, who else was Miss Ventura seeing? CC, Scott, Miss Cudi. Cudi. AUSA, how do you learn that? CC, she brought him to my apartment. AUSA, what did she say? CC, she texted me they were going to this public place in LA. I told her it was a bad idea and to delete the text. AUSA, why? CC, and Mr. Combs learned about Miss Cudi. Mr. Combs paid for my phone and hers. CC, I took Cassie to Best Buy to get a burner phone. AUSA, when did Mr. Combs return to town? CC, not long after he took Cassie to a hotel in Cipriani. AUSA, and then? CC, December 22nd, 2011, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., there was a banging at my door. AUSA, what did you see through the peephole? CC, a furious Puff. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Judge, ask another question, Ms. Steiner. AUSA, what was his movement? CC, pacing with something in his hand. AUSA, did you open the door? CC, I did. AUSA, what was he wearing? CC, button-down sweater, torn pants. He was holding a gun. He came to my apartment and said, why didn't you tell me? Who is Scott? I said, I don't know any Scott. AUSA, what did he say? CC, we gonna kill this nigga. AUSA, where was the gun? CC, in his hand. I said I didn't want to go. He said, I don't give a fuck. What you want? Get dressed. AUSA, what concerns did you have? CC, he never come to my house. AUSA, did you try to escape? CC, no, I got dressed. AUSA, who joined in? CC, Clark, my bad. CC, Ruben in the black Escalade executive class. AUSA, where was Ruben? CC, driver's seat. I got in the back seat, right hand side. Mr. Coles is in the left next to me. Usually he'd have sat in the front. Gun was in his lap. AUSA, how long does it take to drive from your home at the time to Cudi's house in Hollywood Hills? CC, if you push it, 15 to 20 minutes. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs and Ruben do at Cudi's house? CC, they went in. AUSA, could you see in? CC, yes. AUSA, what did you do? CC, I called Cassie on her burner. I said, Cassie, where the fuck? I told her Puff was at Cudi's house. Then I changed my number in my phone to my best friend's son, Stormy. Then I changed her number in my phone to my best friend, Stormy. AUSA, what did you hear on the phone? CC, that Scott was at Cassie's. AUSA, when Mr. Combs came back? CC, he took my phone and called the last number. Then I saw Cudi driving up. Mr. Combs saw my face and said, there's that nigga right there. CC, we drove off and saw the police driving the other way toward Cudi's. Puff was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club and he told me to call Cassie. AUSA, what did he tell you to tell Cassie? CC, that he had me and he wouldn't let me go. Wow. AUSA, how did Miss Ventura respond? CC, she said, okay, come get me. She was calm. AUSA, who drove you home? CC, Ruben. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs didn't tell you? CC, to convince Cudi not to say that it had been him at his house. I picked up Cassie. AUSA, where did you go? CC, we went to Cudi's and tried to convince him not to file a police report. AUSA, what did you tell them? CC, that Puff came to my house with a gun. AUSA, what did you tell them? He said. CC, if you could tell on him, he'll hurt us all. AUSA, what was Mr. Mescuddy's reaction? CC, mind blown. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Judge, sustained. Jury will disregard. AUSA, what happened at the house? CC, he was kicking Cassie again and again. Damn, bruh. AUSA, how was Cassie? CC, in a fetal position. Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. She was crying silently. AUSA, where was he kicking her? CC, her backside. Where were you? 5 feet away. So it's rude. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs say to you? CC, he said, if you jump in, I'm going to fuck you up too. AUSA, what did Rube do? CC, nothing. AUSA, who did you call? CC, D-Rock. I told him, tell your brother to stop Puff. He's kicking the shit out of her. CC, I called Paulie too. I said he'd take care of it, but Rube did nothing. AUSA, what's next? CC, Mr. Combs told me to get the fuck out too. I left on foot. AUSA, could you still see her getting kicked? CC, until I went around the bend. AUSA, then who did you call? CC, Regina Ventura. I told her, he's kicking the shit out of your daughter. I can't call the police, but you can. AUSA, why didn't you call the police? CC, the mission of the day was to get Cudi, so no calling police. AUSA, the email, who is it from? CC, Cassie. She wrote that he would be releasing sex tapes about me and he would have someone else hurt me and Scott Mescuddy. AUSA, do you recall if you responded to this? CC, I don't. AUSA, did law enforcement call you? CC, the arson investigators. Cudi had given them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this over. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs say to you? CC, he said, I should kill you bitches, and I should cut her face. AUSA, how many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? CC, I'd say 50 times. D-Rock was there, just doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in the moment. AUSA, who was Harv Pierre? CC, the president of Bad Boy Records. I told him Puff had kidnapped me. AUSA, what did Harv Pierre tell you? CC, he said, that's crazy, but it's going to be okay. I got a termination notice. I was accused on not properly putting in for the vacation I was on. AUSA, had you put it in? CC, yes, to Harv Pierre. AUSA, did you lose benefits? CC, all of them. Health, 401k, my house and car. AUSA, what did Mr. Combs say? CC, that I would never work again, that he would make me kill myself. AUSA, did you get a job offer? CC, I did, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. AUSA, did you settle with Mr. Combs? CC, in October 2012 for Combs Agnifilo. Objection, can I approach? Sidebar. During sidebar, his court art of Capricorn Clark, courtesy to Inner City Press from artist Elizabeth Williams. Yeah, bruh. Puffy piece of shit. That's crazy, bruh. They're back. Aside from that settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigation against Mr. Combs? CC, no. AUSA, did you go back to work for him? CC, in 2016, no one else would hire me. Cassie had a new record deal with Epic. AUSA, who did you have to get approvals from? CC, Sean Combs. Cassie was taking more drugs. AUSA, was she still dating Mr. Combs? CC, yes. AUSA, in December 2023, why did you retain an attorney? CC, I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. CC, her complaint did not reference me. I reached out to Mr. Combs and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Combs Agnifilo. Objection. Judge, overruled. AUSA, was there a discussion of you working for Mr. Combs again? CC, yes, as chief of staff. AUSA, when did you last speak with Ms. Ventura? CC, 2018. AUSA, and Mr. Cudi? CC, 2012. AUSA, no further questions. Judge, break. Combs Agnifilo. Can I start? Judge, well, we're taking a break. Now break. They're back. Judge, Ms. Clark, you're still under oath. Combs Agnifilo. We met in 2024. You had a lawyer, Brian Friedman? CC, yes. Agnifilo. You wanted to come back and work with Mr. Combs, right? CC, we discussed it, yes. Combs Agnifilo. You saw Ms. Garagos taking notes? CC, yes. Agnifilo. You said you didn't think Cassie was good for Mr. Combs? Why? CC, I thought they were toxic. Agnifilo. Tell me about when you were in New York. CC, I was in the Bronx. I hated it. CC, it was 2002. I met Jeanette, then Mr. Combs in 2001 was the World Trade Center thing. Then I met Mr. Combs Agnifilo. He wasn't doing drugs, right? CC, he did ecstasy in Daddy House. I'm assuming that's supposed to say Diddy House, but he wrote Daddy House twice. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. So, I'm going to just say Diddy House if it pops up again, because I don't think it's Daddy House. Combs Agnifilo. But it got worse. CC, yes. Combs Agnifilo. You authorized Mr. Freeman to seek a job for you. CC, it was all very procedural. Lawyer to lawyer. Agnifilo. But you were told you couldn't be given a job in the middle of the investigation? CC, I don't remember that. Combs Agnifilo. Read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying you had the biggest crush on him? AUSA. Objection, 403. Judge, Mr. Agnifilo. State of mind. AUSA. It's being offered for the truth. Agnifilo. We had this strip on this sidebar. We had a strip We had a stip on the sidebar. Oh, okay. They're back. Combs Agnifilo. You called him Chalk for chocolate? CC, I didn't. Agnifilo. You started with Def Jam, Run DMC. CC. I don't go back that far. I'm more Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. Agnifilo. So how did you come to work for Mr. Combs? CC. I put my resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, you'd work for me? I was like, maybe. He was acting on Broadway and Raisin in the Sun. I was impressed. Comes Agnifilo. He had a major part? CC. He was a star. CC. Then I showed him on my Vote or Die campaign. The job was to get T-shirts on the celebrities into the photo shoots. I'd call them and say, Puff wanted them to come. Comes Agnifilo. And they came. CC. They did. Comes Agnifilo. How long before the jewelry missing thing? CC. It was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party at his home on the Hamptons that year with Vote or Die, Agnifilo. When did the jewels go missing? When did the jewels missing happen? CC. After July 4th. CC. The jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler, Agnifilo. Who else got a lie detector? CC. Might be his stylist. He too had gone to street level 1440 for manicures. The lie detector test was the next day. Agnifilo. You never told HR? CC. No. CC. I got fired for 3 weeks. Combs Agnifilo. How did you get unfired? CC. I went to work on his 35th birthday at Cipriani to do the celebrity list. I came back. So hold on. So you said that you didn't quit, but they fired you. Something ain't making sense with this damn story. Y'all, I'll save it for the end. CC. No. Agnifilo. 2004 to 2006, CC. Not at all. Agnifilo. As personal assistant, CC. Then liaison, CC. I was making $65,000 for Combs, then $95,000 at Jive. Combs Agnifilo. Why'd you come back to Combs? CC. I had gotten top records for R. Kelly. Mr. Combs was impressed. Asked me to come back for Sean John for women. CC. I think I was really good. I was a really good employee for him. Combs Agnifilo. He told you you were awesome. CC. He did not use that word. Agnifilo. You worked hard for him? CC. I did. Agnifilo. Others worked hard too, right? CC. Not as hard as me. CC. I did learn a lot from Mr. Combs, almost crying. He broke that glass ceiling for us black people in the business world. Combs Agnifilo. Do you need a minute? CC. No. It's just complicated. Judge. We'll take a break. With jury and witness out. Judge. On DNA questions to Inspector Jimenez, the government's objection is overruled. AUSA. We asked for a bit longer. We've not been able to eat lunch. We are running ahead of schedule. Our case may be closer to 5 weeks than 6. So longer break. They're back. Below juror witnessing AUSA. They proposed to use communications between Ms. Clark and Ms. Ventura. We don't see any non-hearsay purpose. Comes Agnifilo. There are logistics and photo shoots being discussed. She testified to this on direct. Comes Agnifilo. The direct went more negative than we expected. Their theory is that Ms. Ventura was not permitted to be creative. Judge. In the future, in what you submit overnight. Judge. In their defense submission over the weekend, the defense argued the album cover was relevant, right, Mr. Shapiro? Combs. Alexandra Shapiro. Oh, Miss Shapiro. Right, Miss Shapiro? Comes Alexandra Shapiro. Yes. AUSA. Miss Victoria is topless with her arms crossed. So we judge. Let's have Miss Clark come back, judge. Now let's bring the jury in. Jury entering. Comes Agnifilo. When you went into the park, it was to Tavern on the Green? CC. We parked there earlier in the day in the park. We ran into Nas. Comes Agnifilo. When you say he had Miss Ventura's spin, who was there? Let me show you what you said. You said Lorianne Gibson was there. CC. They misheard me. Agnifilo. When did you first meet Cassie Ventura? CC. I met her with Ryan Leslie. Agnifilo. Why did you not get along with Cassie sometimes? CC. In 2008, she got more bravado being his girlfriend the longer it lasted. She thought I was being paid to help her. AUSA. Objection, Judge. Sustained. Reacts. Comes Agnifilo. What did you see? CC. She went from being a sweet model to being a feisty girlfriend. Agnifilo. Do you think she was talented? CC. She had talent and was very beautiful. Agnifilo. But not talented. CC. She was not. I have good taste. Damn. CC. Talented to me is Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Cassie, she was more of a studio musician. She needed things equalized. Comes Agnifilo. Did she perform live? CC. A couple of times. Not the greatest. Agnifilo. Was she a hard worker? CC. At times. Agnifilo. When wasn't she a hard worker? CC. She preferred to be with her boyfriend. When we moved to LA after Kim had the twins, 2009-ish, I saw her developing more of her relationship with Puff, with Mr. Combs. Agnifilo. He supported her. CC. Yes, with stylists, other musicians, all the components to make her a star. Agnifilo. Did she get more help than others? CC. Yes, Young Jock and a couple of groups from Atlanta. I developed French Montana. CC. I ran into Cassie. She said she had a new deal with Epic. I dressed her like David Bowie. We did a photo shoot at my house. She wrote a mini movie and shot it for the project. Agnifilo. What about Official Girl? CC. Super cute video. Agnifilo. King of Hearts? CC. It was fresh. Puff liked it. Agnifilo. Cassie had a green wig? CC. Yes. Agnifilo. We moved to admit this witness? AUSA. There is a ceiling issue? Agnifilo. You don't remember this email? CC. I don't. Agnifilo. Here in 2012, you are setting up a recording session for Cassie. CC. Mario Winans was for the chairman. Agnifilo. For Mr. Combs? CC. Yes. Agnifilo. When did you learn Cassie was dating Cudi? CC. Fall of 2011. I picked her up there. Agnifilo. You believe that after Thanksgiving, Miss Ventura and Kid Cudi were what? CC. Getting to know each other. Agnifilo. Why do you get her a burner phone at Best Buy? CC. I told her, you cannot do this on your bad boy phone. Agnifilo. How did you know about burner phones? CC. I grew up in Los Angeles. Agnifilo. In December 2011, Mr. Combs was at an orphanage in Almaty, Kazakhstan. CC. I heard it was Russia. Agnifilo. How did Mr. Combs get into your building? CC. I was told the security guard got fired. Agnifilo. What was his name? CC. Some random security guard. Agnifilo. What did he look like? CC. Black guy, younger than 35. Agnifilo. What was Mr. Combs doing with the gun? CC. He had it in his hand. Agnifilo. He wasn't pointing it at you. CC. No. Agnifilo. But you told the government he pointed it at you? CC. It says, or waved it around. That's more correct. Agnifilo. What did you change into? Street clothes? CC. In my closet. Agnifilo. Isn't it true you went so Mr. Combs wouldn't do something stupid? CC. No, I went because he said he didn't care if I didn't want to go. Agnifilo. He's a jealous guy? CC. He has a bad temper. Agnifilo. To the Escalade. Did you pass the security guard? CC. I saw him in his little hut. Agnifilo. Mr. Combs was behind the driver with a gun on his lap. You made a call? CC. Not then. Agnifilo. Did you look at Kid Cudi's door to see if they could get through it? CC. I was not really paying attention. I was so in my head trying to plan my next step. I was praying that Cudi was not there. Agnifilo. Did Cassie have 2 rooms? CC. Cudi took her to one room. She had another. Comes Agnifilo. You are 100% that you called and told them Puff had a gun. CC. Yes. I said it very quickly. I didn't want Puff to see me on the phone. Agnifilo. Did you say that Lauren London was on the phone with you and Cassie and Cudi? CC. No, only part of the time. I wanted someone to know where I was. Agnifilo. What did you tell her? CC. That I'm scared of mountain lions. Agnifilo. Mountain lions? CC. I don't know if you know the Hollywood Hills Coyotes. Maybe Lauren was on the phone. Maybe. It's such a long time ago. Agnifilo. Are you aware that Lauren and Mr. Combs were friends for years after this? CC. Yes. Combs. Agnifilo. Then you see the Porsche pulling up the hill? CC. Yes. Cudi is in the black Porsche. He stops next to us, then spreads off. It speeds off. We chase him. Agnifilo. Then, CC. He loses us. We turn away. Then we see police pass us. Agnifilo. You go to pick up Cassie and go where? CC. Cudi's house. There was ADT there. Agnifilo. Then you go to Mr. Combs' house and you say you see Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there and even in the street? CC. Yes. Agnifilo. You hung up on the fire inspector? CC. I did. Agnifilo. When you were on vacation, it was with who? CC. Rihanna. Agnifilo. After you were fired, what job did you get? CC. I was hired by Chris Lighty to work for 50 Cent. Agnifilo. Here you wrote to Mr. Combs one day, you'll forgive me. Anyway, be well. XX. CC. Yes. Agnifilo. You wrote on February 28, 2015, your grace period to be mad at me has surpassed the agreement time. LOL. You wrote that. CC. Yes. Agnifilo. Please read that out loud. CC. I wrote, she was never my friend. She wanted me gone. I realized. Agnifilo. Did you think Cassie wanted you gone? CC. Crying. Sorry. This is complicated for me. I felt that I was Puff's protector. Ooh. CC. I felt I was the only one gone. She was still there. And things were getting worse. I tried to keep professionalism as the goal. Agnifilo. You thought you could be his protector. CC. It was to move the ball forward, toward the goal, to inspire. Agnifilo. Did it hurt that he would only take you back because Cassie wanted? CC. Yes. I have no parents. My son is autistic. My stakes are higher, sir. Judge. How much more, Mr. Agnifilo? Agnifilo. Can I talk to the government? Judge. Sidebar. They're back. Comes Agnifilo. Just a few minutes and we'll get you out today. CC. Thank you, sir. Agnifilo. Did you get a lot of great work with Cassie in 2016 and 2017, right? CC. I believe so. Agnifilo. Cassie had addiction problems? CC. Yes. Agnifilo. You made a short movie with her? CC. It was called Love a Loser. Agnifilo. You wrote to him asking for forgiveness? CC. I wanted my life back, my dream, my competency. Agnifilo. When you met with me, you wanted to work for him, right? CC. We discussed it. Agnifilo. Nothing further. Judge. Ms. Steiner? AUSA. How much was Mr. Combs required to pay you? Judge. Sidebar. AUSA. What happened with the job with Chris Lighty? CC. He died the day before I was supposed to start. Then at Interscope, it wasn't about a job. They told me to leave Puff alone. Agnifilo. I object. Judge. Sustain. And CC. I was blacklisted. Agnifilo. Objection. Judge. Sustain. AUSA. Why did you return to work for Mr. Combs? CC. So people could see I wasn't disposable. At this level of business, he held all the power. AUSA. Why did you meet them? CC. To get my life back. AUSA. In the kidnapping, did Mr. Combs carry a gun? CC. Yes. Judge. Jurors, I know we kept you longer than I said. Thank you. See you tomorrow. All rise. Jurors leave. Judge, tomorrow. AUSA. LAPD, LAFD, Jimenez, Nash, and Mia. Nash is not me, y'all. I ain't got shit to do with this. Agnifilo. What about the VTC with Mr. Combs and MDC Brooklyn Jail? Judge, there are logistical difficulties in the evening. They believe they are being flexible. Gary goes, we get cut off after 5:30 p.m. Gary goes, the legal minutes cut off when MDC legal is not there. The other calls are capped at 300 minutes. They are filtered. Judge, let me work on that. There are union issues with the VTC in the evening. Gary goes, maybe more SCIF time here. Judge, adjourn. So, one of the glaring things out of Miss Clark that happened was that she basically said that, yo, I felt like I was his protector. It was about moving the ball forward and all of these things. And to a certain degree, you can't change the devil. Like, if everything she said is true, and I'll take her at her word, she was trying to change the devil. Let's just say, right? Let's say Puffy beats the charges, which I don't see him beating every charge. I just don't. That man gonna do time in the feds. But we're looking at this now like, damn, bro, what an evil, vicious ass person. When she said that basically Cassie was getting kicked while she was like in a fetal position, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That right there, man, god damn. Like, and y'all wonder why, some of y'all wonder why, like, Ceddy Nash be such like a defender and all of these things when it come to ladies and stuff like that and everything. And I get it. Not every woman should be protected and all this crap as far as their stories go. But at the same time, bro, this is a pattern of behavior that exists. These women aren't making all of this crap up. This is on Puffy. The dude is a piece of shit. But just because he's a piece of shit, that right there is going to stop anybody from doing business with him. If Puffy beats all the charges, which I don't believe he will, I think he'll get caught on 2 of them. Bruh, as far as the trafficking and the coercion part, I think he's going to be done on those. I ain't going to hold you. The sex trafficking and the coercion part, he's going to be found guilty on. But because he doesn't have like an arrest record like that, he's going to be brought in on a lower level. So don't expect him to be gone forever. That's not going to happen. I'll look at the guidelines and stuff like that and see how this is going to go. But Puffy will be found guilty and do a couple of years and come back home. But even when he does come back home, bro, I don't think the industry could fuck with him ever again. Now, there are things that are said that could basically, and I said a couple of years, probably like 8 or 7 years he'll get in the feds. But I'm the way I see this stuff, bro, as far as today go, there should be a lot more people. All the security guards, bro, every single last one of them that were there, all of them should be arrested along with his ass. None worse than a grown ass man whose job to secure everything, allowing this type of shit to happen. Nothing worse. I can recall being outside of a bar, and I'll just use Buddy's first name. There was a security guard at the time. I wasn't a bouncer or anything like that. He was. And this is a big ass dude. B is like 6'5", 320, Polynesian dude, right? And you can see this dude out of nowhere just smack the hell out this girl. And you see B just walk up and 2-hand throw this dude. I mean, literally fly on some bon voyage type stuff, right? And the worst part about it is the woman, ended up going to him and getting mad at B. To the point where she went to the manager of the freaking bar and said this stuff. Now, to me, if I'm being that moment, I would have just called the police and said exactly what happened. And the reason I'm telling y'all this story is to kind of get y'all into the mindset of how disgusting some of these dudes are, and then sometimes how these ladies will enable the situation. Miss Clark said that she came back because she essentially was blackballed and she had an autistic son and all of this stuff and everything like that, right? But at the same time, you were willing to be a part of that evil as well. It just is what it is. In order to be what exactly? You wanted the glitz and the glams from this evil ass dude, but at the same time, you didn't want to get away. And when you did leave, you were allowed to leave. Then you came back. You wanted to party with the devil and didn't believe that you could be burned. And that's one of the things, if I'm a juror, I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this testimony and I'm going through the emotional highs and the emotional lows. Hopefully I was able to convey them for you. If I did, please hit the like button. Can we get this video up to 6 or to 7K likes if we can? I don't know if we can or we can't. But it's those things like this where the word unindicted co-conspirator exists because she was that. She got drugs for him. After you just said, bruh, hey, my mom died from this. My grandma died of cancer. Any woman I deal with, if she smokes cigarettes, I tell her, when do you plan on quitting? Because we cannot continue on. And I've been tasked with certain things and people ask me certain favors and stuff like that. They're like, hey, can you give me some cigarettes, bro? Hey, can you give me some cigarettes? No, I can't. I will not. Because psychologically, cigarettes lead to cancer. So I'm not going to be able to do that for you. But that's me. This right here is, you cry about it later, but God damn it, you was cool with it during. And that's where I might lose some people, or I might gain some people. I real life work at not being biased with this stuff. But after you get through the rigors of your emotions, understand what she did as well. They all play a part in hell. She was a demon along with the rest of these assholes. So it's hard for me to feel bad for her all the way. Because really what she said that she wanted was that financial security and access to higher level individuals so that she could craft her own lane no matter how good she was. And that right there is the number one thing I take away from this. You were willing to sell your soul to the devil and didn't enjoy your stay in hell. Puffy is a piece of shit. True indeed. But one of the biggest pieces of shits that exist are the individuals around here, including her. And I hate that I had to say that because, bruh, that testimony was powerful. That testimony may be the testimony that the government needed outside of Cassie's. But one thing it didn't do, it didn't show that he blew up Kid Cudi's car. Hate to tell y'all that. Subscribe, turn that bell to stay notified, and share to keep your people aware. Click right here for the playlist. God damn, man, Stockton about to turn up with another gang war, I believe.